Well, now Mines Minister Paul Kabuswe joins us in the studio to explain the significance of this court action. Firstly, welcome to the news desk.
Thank you, Penfa, and good evening to our viewers, and also good evening to our listeners following us on various platforms.
Indeed. So just following up on what we just read in our earlier story, where we're talking about this mega move that is happening as far as KCM is concerned, what does this mean for the country?
Number one, it means that KCM is now back to life. I think this is one of the major issues that we had promised with President Hakainde Hichilema, that we will bring back life to all the mines. We did Mopani, we've done Shaft 28, now KCM is back to life. This is what we've been waiting for. Now it remains for the investor himself, Vedanta, to be able now to fulfill what was agreed upon in the implementation agreement and in the shareholders agreement. So what then this means is that KCM begins to breathe again. Management is back, the shareholders and also the board is back to begin now the operations of KCM, which means that there is now no excuse as to why KCM should not start, producing. And Vedanta, apart from, the monies that they brought in to pay contractors and suppliers, they must now begin to fund operations, mine development, so that, the people of Chililabombwe, the people of Chingola, the people of Nampundwe, the people of Kitwe, and also generally the economy of Zambia begins to see its benefit from these resources that we are endowed with.
Expectations are very high from various stakeholders.
Indeed.
Are you able to elaborate on some of the pre-agreements that were made, just for the sake of our viewers to understand what expectations they should have?
Of course, one of the key factors was the fact that, at reinstatement of the board, Vedanta must be able to pay suppliers and contractors. There are two classes of suppliers and contractors. There is the class 1, who are owed $1 million and below, who are going to be paid 100%, and also the class 2 who are owed $1 million and above, who are going to be paid, I think it's 40 cents in a dollar. So that is important, because then that injects money in the local economy. And, then secondly, of course, the issue of workers, very, very important as well, where workers, it was already announced that they will receive a 20% salary increment. That must be implemented, including the 2,500 kwacha across the board payment. That must flow now, including also the $20 million CSR money that should, accrue to Chililabombwe, Chingola, Kitwe, and Nampundwe. So all these things that we are now promised must be actualized, must begin to be seen. And my appeal would be to Vedanta themselves now to play ball, because government has done its part. It's a process that was excruciating, and may I take this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President for his leadership, the Committee of Ministers that were playing a role, the Solicitor General and the Attorney General Chambers, the Ministry of Justice. It was quite a tedious process, but we had to go through it because we needed to do the right thing. So now the expectations remain with Vedanta, and as government, we are going to watch the space to make sure that whatever we have agreed...
I don't need to wrap you up, Minister, with just one very final question.
Yes.
With regards fears that Vedanta may not have enough resources to invest in the mine, do we have any assurance from your end?
We have assurance that they'll fund the mine, but remember, even if we wouldn't want to go the route of a deemed offer, if at all they fail to fund the mine, our focus is that they must fund the mine, because again, going through these other processes will just create another delay for our people to benefit. So what we want and what we believe is that Vedanta will bring in the money for mine development. Right now, just a quick one. As I'm talking to you, an instruction has gone to the escrow agent to push the money into the KCM account so that these processes can begin. It's an exciting moment for us, but as government, we are watching closely to make sure that whatever was agreed is followed to the latter.
Minister, we appreciate your company.
Thank you.
All right, so that was the Minister of Mines just elaborating on the resumption of operations at KCM, with Vedanta Resources Holding Limited resuming their stake.